My thoughts on Fastlane, the WWE pay-per-view that aired Sunday night. Um, I was fortunate. I think we all were kind of fortunate enough where we kind of knew how the Goldberg match was going to turn out. And you knew because you know it's supposed to end around 11, and it's like 10 of 11, and you know no matter what happens, it's got to be short. So the main event, yeah, it was kind of disappointing and stupid, but at the same time, kind of like you weren't disappointed that you were disappointed. You were kind of like, okay, uh, for some fucking reason, a guy trains for 6 days a fucking week is obviously in shape. I mean, so what if he's 50? He's obviously in cardio shape. He's obviously in good shape, and there's no reason why he can't wrestle at least a halfway decent fucking match. But at this point, okay, obviously he can't, and we kind of know that, and we're kind of like the adult pushing the little kid along. Okay, we know you're gonna have a sucky match where you just do one fucking jackhammer, one fucking spear, or whatever the fuck you're doing, and then yeah, you get the belt. And it's cool though for the kids. It's cool to believe that okay, there really is a superhero um, that that wins the belt, and then it's for the kids, and it's cool in that way. I'm not like degrading that. But as a wrestling fan that wants to see a good match, especially against Brock Lesnar and Kevin Owens, you know those two are capable, more than capable of putting on a good show. Yet you want to just come out there and just fucking get the title or whatever the fuck, and it's not really your fault. It's Vince is behind it, obviously, and on one hand you want to rant about it. On the other hand, you kind of know after watching the Royal Rumble and watching Survivor Series last year, you know the fucking outcome is going to be the same every fucking time he steps in the ring. So that being said, okay, the main event was bullshit, but not really bullshit. It's like, okay, I knew that circus act was going to come to pass. But I thought it was funny the way, Kevin Owens stepped out of the ring, kept on trying to psych him out, and he almost like, okay, we're going to have a kind of a good match, but you kind of knew something was going to happen. And of course, Jericho comes out, distracts him, and then, yeah, he gets a spear. Goldberg gets a spear, that little jackhammer, and then he's a champion all of a sudden. Okay, whatever. That aside, everything else is fucking awesome, though. Um, the women's championship match between Bayley and Charlotte Flair was off the wall. I mean, yeah, okay, we all know it's fake. She didn't, but in the fake world being almost real, whatever, we'll say theoretically, Bayley really didn't need the help of Sasha Banks. And, she comes out, interferes, and now I'm just waiting for Sasha Banks to turn on Bayley. I know that's going to happen. Everyone turns on each other. It's wrestling. That's why, even though it's fake, you watch it, you want to see it, and you want to see the good acting. So she helps Bayley retain the championship, and it's the first time Charlotte actually lost on pay-per-view, whatever, she's going to follow in Daddy's footsteps and get the belt at least 16 times, if not 17, just like Cena. And, okay, so what other matches were there? There was one match, I was distracted, I was doing something, but I looked up, every time I looked up, the Big Show and Rusev were fighting back and forth, and then all of a sudden I'd look aside and look back, and Jamal was fighting Cesaro or whatever, and I was like, what the fuck? Every time I look away and look back, somebody is in the ring with somebody else. I didn't know if it was a four-way, whatever the fuck, but it was good. It was good to see Big Show win, and you could argue that, yeah, he's not letting the other guys, get ahead. Every time somebody starts getting ahead, here comes the Big Show to fuck things up and put him down again, almost like John Cena. But the difference is the Big Show will actually, let other people get ahead because his time is coming. He knows, he's still in shape. He could still probably go another 10 years if he wanted to, but I think he's going to retire pretty soon. Makes enough money, obviously, but he's in good shape. But it's good. The word I'm looking for is jobbing. He jobs for other people to make, like Braun Strowman, to make him look good, just like Mark Henry jobbed for Braun Strowman, like making him look good. He actually jobs for a lot of people, but I'm like, it's kind of depressing. I'd actually want to see him win for once. And then he's been winning lately, which I think is pretty cool. And then if WrestleMania is his last match, I think the Big Show should definitely win. And that being said, WrestleMania, I'm not sure if The Undertaker's even in WrestleMania. We still got 28 days to go. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I think The Undertaker is, his best matches are already done. His legacy is cemented. he shouldn't mess it up by wrestling again. Anyways, I think he should just retire permanently. Done a lot of great matches. I really do think that they dropped the ball. They should have had him against Sting a few WrestleManias ago, 1 or 2 WrestleManias ago, when it was Triple H against Bray Wyatt. No, wait. Triple H against Sting, that's what it was. And then Undertaker against Bray Wyatt. And I think they should have reversed it. I think they should have put Undertaker against Sting, Triple H versus Bray Wyatt, my opinion. But that being said, okay, we're sticking with Fastlane here, okay. Now, anyways, I'm going off on tangents. Samoa Joe against Sami Zayn. That was actually a pretty good match. But you know Samoa Joe's going to win because they're pumping him up. They should have let him in a lot sooner. But because they thought because of his looks, he could never be a wrestler. He didn't have what it takes. But now they're finding out, well, he does draw money and he does have what it takes. And I'm glad they're pushing him finally. And he's still, I think, in his 30s. He's still, like, young enough to go. And hopefully he has a lot of good years in front of him because I love seeing Samoa Joe in the WWE and his music. He's a good bad guy. I think he's a better bad guy than a face. It's good that they made him a bad guy. What other matches were there? Roman Reigns against Braun Strowman. I thought that was a great match. I think Roman Reigns is obviously Samoan. I think he should work on that. Being a good guy and being Samoan, I think he should engrave that with himself to connect with the fans. Like, what's up, my Samoans? Or what's up, my, what it is that he's not officially a face or a heel, I think. I mean, besides his mic skills do suck, but he's not officially a face or a heel. He's almost like this, I don't care what you think of me. That's almost like a heel. But yeah, he's a face too because he's fighting all the bad guys. And I think that's why fans are kind of confused. But obviously he's got no personality and no mic skills. But the more he wrestles, the more he sticks around, the more respect I have for him. Like, the more I like watching him. Like, his strengths, I think, are above his weaknesses. And he's been the champion, so that's even better. But like, wrestling-wise, I love watching his wrestling matches because they're hardcore. And even in this pussy PG era, they still deliver almost enough where it's almost before 2009. So I really like the fact that he won it over Braun Strowman, and it gives him a lift to WrestleMania. But I think they should definitely go at it like more times. And what's the other match? It was that big fucking lady against the other redhead there. It was Sasha Banks against I can't think of her name, but she's related to The Rock. She's part Samoan, big fucking lady. Anyways, that was a good match, and like, she barely made it. She barely beat her, but and then she looked out at the ring, and it's almost like you could feel yourself like sitting there saying, "Oh my God, I can't get up because that beast is looking down on me." And I really like both of them, the chemistry between both of them. But I hope that the other one, the big strong lady that's almost like China, that takes nothing away from her. I hope she still picks up momentum. And so I'm going backwards actually in the matches. So I started watching it at 8. I didn't watch the matches before that, but I think basically I got just about all the matches. Oh yeah, the tag team matches. I think that Big Cass and Enzo should eventually win the titles, but not right now. I think because the other guys, you got to at least give them a chance. And the New Day, being the longest champions ever. Sure, I get it. It was something that Demolition did in the 90s, and they wanted to outdo it. And I don't mean to sound racial either. I just think that nowadays with this whole like Black Lives Matter thing, politics, that's the only fucking reason why they were champions as long as they have been. And I'm not saying that in a fucking negative racist way, but I'm saying that I don't think it's just the fact that they sell the bootios so much or the merchandise the most. I think it's more of like today's politics, and it's for them to be champions for that long just to beat Demolition and go, and it's so fucking annoying. For me, I don't hate them completely, but I just when their match is finally over, I'm like fucking good. I just whoo and the fucking trombone, they fucking annoy the fuck out of me. You know what I mean? That being said, it's about fucking time that other fucking tag teams finally get a fucking chance to shine. And that being said, finally, other fucking tag teams are getting the gold and getting the gold. And then you're seeing New Day, you're still seeing them, and they still say, yeah, we're the longest reigning fucking champs. Who gives a fuck? Okay, you only did it because of fucking politics. So let's fucking face it, okay? Anyways, even if they fucking earned it, whatever the fuck, they're not fucking the champions anymore. You can give the fucking belts to somebody else that deserve it. And I would even like to see, like, even Sheamus and that other black dude be tag team champions. It's not even a black and white thing for me. They annoy the fuck out of me, and I want to see other people get a shot at being the champions. And that being said, yeah, okay, Enzo and Cass, I really do hope that they win at WrestleMania. But like to win it too quick would take away from the other tag team partners, and I can't even remember their names off the top of my head, but friends with AJ Styles, whatever, and they are pretty good too. So that being said, that's my short blog. Well, actually, it's a long blog. Wow, it's almost 12 minutes. That's my blog for how I felt about Fastlane, and I'm going backwards instead of forwards. But either way, why not just get it out of the way that the fucking main event was just a ripoff. But you kind of knew it was going to be a ripoff. But for $10 a fucking month for like 2 pay-per-views a month, you can't go wrong. You can't really bitch, but I'm going to bitch anyways. All right, peace out, my YouTubers.